2013, I think.
Summer, fall 2013.
And then we met up with KP online, band mix.
Kind of like a dating service for bandmates.
And neither one of us was willing to pay the $10.
Yeah.
After we got KP, Bryce was in the band playing bass. We had a bass player named Bryce. He was a fun dude, good friend of ours. And then what had happened was he couldn't make it to our recording session of our first EP. So I ended up having to do bass lines. It's probably noticeable on the CD as well, because I'm usually playing guitar. But I did the bass lines and we released that. It was called Double Standard. Brock, who was previously in a band with me, and I kind of stayed in touch and got a hold of each other on Facebook, and he's been in the band ever since. There's only a limited number of people that play music.
I thought you were going to say there's only a limited amount of drummers.
Drummers are limited like they limit the diamond trade.
If you want to start a band, it's either going to be metal or bluegrass or like indie folk or a cover band.
Very few punk bands that really fit in the genre type that we're going for in this area.
As much as we'd love to be a punk rock band, we're probably more of an alternative rock
I
band.
would still consider us punk rock because, you know, we could be considered alternative, but like we don't get too experimental. We don't get that much alternative, I don't think.
And then when I moved here in 2002, and you start discovering like everybody in Medford in the mid-90s, they all went to all the punk shows. You know, there was bands that would play in a barn, Vegetable Spit, Mid-Capital Terrace. They'd play in a barn and there'd be 200-300 people there.
Actually, so Medford's based right between Wausau and Eau Claire, so typically that's where bands are going to play and venues are going to draw people, would be those two areas. So we try to play those quite a bit. Chippewa Falls area, get out to Green Bay, Madison, Milwaukee, Minneapolis, kind of regional stuff. But yeah, the Medford stuff's pretty limited as far as that goes. I like to say that it is positive music for negative people because most of our songs are actually pretty uplifting and pretty relatable to a lot of people out there. Half empty glass, typically, you know, the negative approach to life. But hopefully what people can get out of listening to us and come and see our band is that they fill the glass up a little bit. As cheesy as that sounds.
I like that.
You got anything else to add?
Not really, man. I mean, we can tell them the real story.